Good morning. Oh, good afternoon. Shoot, I'm late.
Hi. Oh, no.
There's two of you.
There's two of her.
She's echoing back and forth between the two, it sounds like.
I don't know what was happening right now. And I have my virtual background all picked out. I don't know what happened. Ignore my background.
That's not your background?
No, that's
Virtual background. It's your virtual background.
Fix it immediately. That's what's wrong.
Where's David?
Hey, Barbara.
Hi.
I haven't seen you in forever.
Yes, yes.
How are things? Good?
Yeah, pretty good. Busy.
No. Does it feel like you're working more from home than before?
That's what I tell some people, yeah, because it's like I feel like I'm on call all the time. So if there's technical issues with my tutors who are tutoring at 10 o'clock at night and they email me, I have to reply to that because I don't want students getting frustrated not being able to get the services at that time.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. Mr. Jones, always a pleasure to see you.
Hey, Nathan.
How's it going, y'all?
Pretty good.
Hey, so I have a PowerPoint with a video, but I don't know if the sound will come out. Do you think I can try it with you guys?
Yeah, you just got to make sure you share it.
Okay, so if I share the
sound.
screen, okay.
And share
How do I
the
share sound?
When you hit share the screen at the bottom on the left, there should be a little checkbox that you can do that says share computer sound. If you miss it, once you get into the actual share window, there should be another options. If you hit more, you should be able to hit share computer sound.
Okay, I'll have to find it then. I've never done that.
We'll try it.
Okay.
Do we know if we have a waiting room set up for?
I'm like trying to fix my video situation. I don't know if there's a waiting room. I know there was a password for this, but I don't see anybody like waiting to get in just yet.
Okay, so I'm going to share my screen real quick, you guys.
Oh yeah, it's not on. Should I turn it on?
Oh, I missed it, huh?
Yeah, we can. We can. I know there was a password sent to the students too, so that's fine.
At least as long as Barbara's still messing with her video.
But why? Oh, probably because I'm here and not where I should be. I'm not the most tech person here. This thing is terrible. I totally suck at PowerPoints. Oops.
Well, if there's time, I have a quick PowerPoint as well.
There should be time because I'm not trying to take up too much of time because you guys are a lot more programs than me. So I just want to see if this works. Why does it do that? Why does it kick me out?
Because you went past the last slide.
Hey, I'll need to be made either a co-host or I need to have screen share enabled so that I can share that video.
No, huh? Can you guys hear it?
Hi, my name is Laura from the Student Mentoring Program. The Student Mentoring Program is a chance
I can hear it.
one-on-one time with the student athlete. Having time with the student mentor means it.
You guys can hear it okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Evelyn, can you co-host us so we can share?
Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen then. Let's see what happens. So I hope I did okay, you guys. I had really no clue what I was doing.
With what?
with any of it.
Oh, the Zoomy stuff, you mean?
Your co-host, can you? Oh, but everybody, making everybody co-host.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll need to share the screen. So
it doesn't let me.
Share the screen.
It doesn't let me deputize co-hosts as a co-host myself.
Okay, everybody should have it now.
There we go.
perfect. Thank you.
Sure.
There's somebody in the waiting room now.
All right.
Hold for a few minutes. We'll start probably promptly at 1.
Ace folks, it's starting with the video, or are you going to start first, Nathan, with introductions, or?
Evelyn has a couple of PowerPoint slides that she's going to run through just to introduce everything, and then she's going to present, then Barbara's going to present, and then it's up to us. We didn't come up with an order for us, so I don't know.
That's what I'm asking. I get the overall order, but are we starting our section with the video, or are you going to give an introduction?
Why don't you go ahead and do the video, and then you can present, and then David can present, and then is math coaching covered in the video?
No, it's
Okay.
just tutoring and SI.
Okay, so let's do you, and then David, then Stefan, and then me. Does that sound good, Stefan?
Yep, that's fine.
So I would just say, yeah, just introduce yourself as we go, but I think Evelyn will introduce everybody.
Yeah.
And we should probably put our program next to our name.
Oh, that's true.
Smart. Barbara, you'll recognize the video. I just took the mentoring stuff out because it was confusing because it said CPP. So it just is tutoring and SI now with ACE. Sorry, but I can give you your stuff if you want to use it.
That would be great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sarah asked about meeting about the website stuff. And I kind of laughed because I was like, well, I guess that, what's his name? Rob Garcia's just gone. I guess he's out. Yeah. He's probably using the COVID leave or something. So he's totally dropped the ball on everything we met. What did we meet with him? Like 2 hours or something? And so he's just dropped the ball on all that. So I sent some emails to IT and nobody's responded to any of those either. So I'm like, well, we can have all the great ideas we want, but if we can't get them to pick up their email and respond, I don't know what we're going to do.
Stefan helped me put in some pictures and kind of just update some content. So I'm super appreciative of that.
Yep. Yeah, if anybody needs help on their webpage, I can help.
Do you think, Stefan, that you can get them to create us new URLs and redirects?
No, all I could do is the same thing you did, send them an email asking them to do it. But they usually respond really quickly if you'd send it straight to, what is it, to web development or whatever?
It used to be web services and now it's digital transformation, right?
Oh.
No, digital transformation is just a department that only seems to have that one person, the old webmaster in it. I don't know. That's not the place you send it. You send it to web services, I think. I'll check and see and let you know exactly the address. But they usually handle it pretty quickly.
I normally just like to send things to support and then let them sort it out because they're supposed to have support to be the general warehouse. They're supposed to be able to route everything everywhere so that you shouldn't have to figure out which goofy name for which goofy department they've changed in the last 15 minutes, you know?
Yeah.
But that never works for me, so I really should stop.
Yeah, I don't like going through the help desk unless it's my only option.
PowerPoint that Megan sent. It's downloading. It's just slow. And it's only 3 slides, so I'm curious. Did anybody else need to do any troubleshooting or anything?
I don't think so.
We have, it looks like 5 students waiting
Yeah.
to come in. We'll
I don't know if you want to bring them in or if you want to send them a message, say you're in the right place, we'll be right with you, or...
See. Send them a message. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, there's a way to blast everybody in the waiting room.
And actually the writing center is like super advanced with Zoom because I have Zoom questions and I go to my son.
Well, that's where we live now, right?
Yeah.
occasionally we get a student who shows up early for their next appointment while we're still in an appointment with the previous one. So it's important for the tutors to know that they can tell that person they're in the right place, but to cool their jets.
Yeah, like you're where you're supposed to be. Alrighty, so I think, are you all ready?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna let everybody in, and then I'll just basically just say welcome to First Year Fridays. We're all here to talk about some of the supports that we have for you on campus, and then I'll go around and we could do introductions, and then I'll start. Okay?
Sounds good.
Hey, looks like we got a nice, good room. Well, welcome everyone that just came in from the waiting room. Hopefully it wasn't too hot and didn't have you waiting too long. That would be something we'd say if we had you outside of one of the buildings on campus, but since we're virtual, we'll just keep that up. So hopefully everyone is doing well. My name is Evelyn Knox, and I'm the coordinator for the Pan-African Collegiate Scholars Program within undergraduate studies. And what we're here for is to talk a lot about some of the supports that we have in undergraduate studies, some of our academic supports, our mentoring supports, and some of our identity-based support programs. So I will be doing the presentation first, but what I want to do quickly is just to go around to our folks that are here from undergraduate studies, just to say your name and what program you're with. So let's start with Barbara.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to CSUSB. My name is Barbara Herrera. I'm the Student Mentoring Program Coordinator. I've been with the Student Mentoring Program since 2011, but I've been on campus for 13 years.
I guess I'll go next. My name is Nathan. I work in the writing centers.
And I'm Stephen Wentworth, and I'm do math coaching, math assistance. I'm also a math instructor here.
Hey everyone, I'm David Reyes. I'm the tutorial program coordinator for the Tutoring Center at Cal State San Bernardino.
I think that leaves me. I'm James Graham. I'm the coordinator of Supplemental Instruction here at CSUSB. Been here since 2015, but the SI program's been here since 2012. And we're excited to talk to you guys about all of these great opportunities that are available to you here at CSUSB. Welcome.
Welcome everyone. So what I'll do, I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to talk a little bit about the Pan-African Collegiate Scholars Program, and then we'll start going into our other programs today. So give me 1 second to share my screen. Okay, hopefully you can all see that. Let me know if there's any issues with it. I know my screen is like slow. Please let me know as I'm advancing the slides if you can't see me advance them. So can we all see this okay? Thumbs up. Okay, perfect. I see it. So with the Pan-African Collegiate Scholars Program, this is a pretty new program that started last year. It started last April, and one of the goals of it is to support and retain our Black student population, our Pan-African Black students on campus. And one of the reasons why this program came about is because we'd seen a decline in the amount of Black students that attend CSUSB. And this is a way to hopefully keep students motivated and get students to persist to finish the degree. Some of the ways we do that is advocacy, community building, academic success programs, and opportunities for personal growth and awareness. What the big thing is, if you were to say, what is the Pan-African Collegiate Scholars Program? What does it do? Ultimately, it provides academic and personal mentorship and community building among CSUSB's Pan-African and Black student population. So my role in particular, I provide academic advising on a scale to Pan-African and Black undergraduate students, so providing personal support and guidance for the population, And my particular focus is on improving retention. So what that means is making sure you're coming back to school year to year, and also reducing the time, ideally, hopefully reducing that time that it takes for you to earn your degree. And then talking about some of the issues that affect graduation for our students. I have a background in academic advising, in housing and residential life, and also in mentorship on campus. So this is a really big passion area for me. And the program so far within the last year has started to really, you know, make a name for itself and support students and be a space where students can gather and you know, be together. So these are some of the organizations that are affiliated with the Pan-African Collegiate Scholars Program, or that the Pan-African Collegiate Scholars Program is affiliated with. One is called the Movement. The Movement is a big overarching, I guess, batch of student groups, of Black student groups on campus. So that includes the Black Student Union. And some of you who are incoming students, you may have had a Black Student Union at your school, whether it was your high school or whether it was your university you're transferring from. So that organization exists here. We have the Student African American Brotherhood organization and the Student African American Sisterhood organization. So that is, just as it looks, kind of like a brother-sister organization that rallies around supporting the identities of male and female students of African descent. We also have our Pan-African STEM Society, which is focused for our STEM majors and, you know, connecting students within STEM that are of Black and African descent. And then also our National Pan-Hellenic Council. So these are our historically Black Greek organizations. So these are our fraternities and sororities on campus. So these are some of the ways we affiliate on campus with different groups. And that's pretty much it for my program. And we'll have an opportunity at the end for questions and answers. So if you do have any specific questions, feel free to put them in the chat, but we'll also have some time at the end to answer any questions you may have. So this is our Instagram handle. If you're interested, please feel free to follow us. And here is my contact information. So it's enox@csusb.edu, in addition to our program email, and that's panafricanscholars@csusb.edu. And that was it. So next we are going to Barbara.
Thank you, Evelyn. Give me a minute while I share my screen.
Take your time.
And sorry, I don't know why it's taking a while. I did mention, can everybody hear me okay?
Yes.
So, so I'm with the Student Mentoring Program, and just really quickly, the mission of the Student Mentoring Program, in just some really kind of, you can read this here, it says that we foster the success of first-year students. It's freshmen and transfer undergraduate students through peer-to-peer programs. We encourage academic excellence, campus connectedness, engagement, personal growth, professional development of these participating students. So just really overall, SMP is just here to help you with your next step by pairing you with an experienced mentor. The way I pair a mentor with their mentee is by major, if not by major, then by college. And what we do is we're just here to help you with that transition from high school or the community college level into Cal State San Bernardino. A lot of times, you know, freshmen have a hard time because there was a bell schedule that you followed. You know, your mom woke you up, you went to class Monday through Friday, it was lunchtime. Well, that's none of that here anymore. And so we definitely help you with that, where you can kind of create your own schedule. You know, you don't come to school every day, but you can still be full-time. You know, mornings, nights, weekends, classes are offered. We're there to help you with that transition. So some of the stuff that we offer And this is all still virtually, you know, whether we're in person or it's virtual. We definitely always refer to academic support. Number one is academic advising. And just to make clear, the mentors and myself, we are not advisors. We are not academic advisors. I cannot tell you what classes to take. The mentors do not tell you what classes to take. What they can do is kind of give you the inside scoop. They can kind of say, you know, this is the path that you should follow, or this professor, you know, if you need structure, this is what you should take. If you're, you know, go with the flow, this is an instructor for you. We're always partnering with our, you know, my colleagues here with the Writing Center, Tutoring, Supplemental Instruction, Math Coaching. You know, they'll send me flyers or information, and we're always referring students to these support services so that students can be successful. Two of the main things that we really kind of work on a lot during the first year with students is goal setting and time management. You know, like I mentioned before, time management, a lot of times students, you know, don't really know what to do with their free time because they don't go to school 2 days a week or 3 days a week. Well, it's not really free time. Maybe that's time for you to do some reading, some homework. There's on-campus jobs sometimes, or off-campus jobs, and it's learning to manage and balance everything. And then just, you know, setting goals. A lot of times freshmen want to make friends, or they want to start a club or join a club. So we help them make small attainable goals that they can reach. And then of course we expand into, you know, maybe what do you want to do in 1 year, 2 years, 4 years from now. So we definitely work with you all year long on that. And then we help students stay connected on campus with other resources that aren't necessarily academic. You know, Career Center is great for students to find on-campus jobs. CAPS is our counseling and psychological center there that we have for students. The Den Food Pantry that you guys have probably heard about, which is, you know, a great source for students to get their basic needs met, and just a lot of other campus resources. The mentors are very well connected. They're very resourceful. So if there's questions that you have, you definitely want to ask your mentor about that. Just to give you a break from all that reading, this is some of the mentors. This is how we're meeting. These virtual meetings, you guys are probably already used to it. It's unfortunately our new normal. So they're just eager to start to help. And we take, so if you wanted to have a mentor, we accept mentors all year long. You can go ahead and go onto our website and click on the link that says request a mentor, or you can use this QR code and it'll take you to the form. You will be paired up with a mentor, like I said, by your major or close to your major, and then they will be reaching out to you probably about the second week of August. We also have a social media platform. It's the only one that we use. You can follow us here too. They always put up a lot of good, exciting, fun things. We spotlight a mentor of the day. We share a lot of campus information. So maybe, you know, if it's another campus organization that you don't follow their Instagram, but you see we post for them, maybe you want to follow them too. So, and also on the link in our bio is a form to request a mentor as well. So yep, I'm the coordinator here. This is how you can contact me. You know, I would tell you that I have an open door policy, but we're not in our offices, but you can reach out to me. I'm pretty good at responding to emails. I try to definitely reply to emails. So any kind of questions, you know, I always tell everybody, I don't know anything, but I know somebody who knows something. So I think I'm pretty well connected with the campus. A lot of my colleagues, they're my go-to. They're who I ask, you know, to answer these questions. So, you know, feel free to reach out to me, any kind of question. I'm very approachable, easy to talk to. So that's how you can reach me. And I wanted to share this little video with you guys with the mentors.
Hi, my name is Laura from the Student Mentoring Program. The Student Mentoring Program is a chance for you to get one-on-one time with a student mentor. Having time with a student mentor means that you get the chance to learn from the student perspective about college life. This means that student mentors can help you navigate your classes, as well as give you advice on how to choose your classes, as well as navigating your Blackboard and pause report online, since fall semester will be completely online. You have the opportunity of doing this by meeting with the mentors one-on-one via Zoom or FaceTime, and you can share your screen so that way the mentors can walk you through your pause or Blackboard, or you could follow along as they walk you through theirs. It's also very beneficial for you to have a student mentor, as they can connect you to resources such as the Career Center or Writing Center or other online resources that are available to you as students. It's also very beneficial to have a student mentor during this transition time, whether it be from a community college or from high school into a university.
So what SMP does? First, SMP stands for Student Mentoring Program, and basically what SMP does is helps facilitate the transition from high school to college, especially with first-year students. We also do help with transfer students as well. I was part of the SMP program as not only as a mentor now, but I was a mentee slash first-year student in the program. So my experience was really good. My mentor Hannah helped me in my first year so much. Can't thank her enough. But yeah, as a first generation college student, I didn't know anything coming into college, so being in the SMP program really benefited me and opened a lot of new doors for me.
Hello everyone, my name is Noemi Ibarra. I'm a third-year CSUSB student. My major is English with a focus in creative writing, and I'm going to be a second-year mentor. I believe you should be joining student mentoring because you're paired with a mentor within your major, so it heavily benefits you because they have gone through some of the classes and some of the requirements that you might be having to go through, and it helps you along the way as in being a guide for you. We're not here to parent you. We're just here to be, in a way, an academic friend and be able to help you guys get the resources that you need and know about how to get involved on campus, especially since there is quite of a transition between high school and college. This is a way to make it a little bit easier on you guys.
Hi everyone, my name is Jose Calderon. I'm a 5th-year student here at Cal State San Bernardino. I 100% recommend joining the student mentoring program this year. As you guys know, fall semester is going to be online, so it may already be hard transitioning from high school into college, and then with the whole online situation, we know it might be a little bit hard, but honestly, as mentors, we have your back. We all love what we do and we're all here to help. I recommend, just because I myself actually joined my first year and it really changed my whole life. You know, us mentors, you get paired up with someone within your college or your major, so we've already been through it. We know what's up. We're here to help. We know the struggle. You know, we've gone through it too, so we're here to show you guys our tips and techniques in studying, you know, how to achieve your personal goals, academic goals. We're just like your go-to person, and we're here to help you guys make your first year as smooth and easy as possible. With the whole online thing, you know, we're here to help you guys. So I 100% recommend it. You guys can get a lot of information. You know, I've helped students with internships, you know, getting a job, anything from financial aid, classes. Like, it's really like, the limit does not exist with how much we can help you guys with. You know, we're here to help. We love what we do. 100% recommend it. You guys will not regret it. And I hope to see you guys soon.
We look forward to seeing you all at the student mentoring program, and we can't wait to meet you.
We're here to help you guys. I hope you guys enjoy the first year of CSUSB. Bye, Yodis!
So I know I have a question slide here, but I'll just follow on with Evelyn. If you guys have questions, we'll leave it for at the end. But a quick little side note, I don't know if you were paying attention, a lot of the mentors that we're talking were also mentees. So joining the student mentoring program is a way to kind of get some college experience, some Cal State, you know, kind of ins and outs, and then it can lead to a job on campus, whether through mentoring or somewhere else. So that's kind of what we offer. So thank you so much. And I will go ahead and turn it over to Nathan or James to take it on. Thank you.
I think that'd be me. Thank you so much, Barbara. I miss our students when I see that video, and I know some of those folks, and it's just I want to be in the same room with everyone. I'm looking forward to that day. That's going to be a great day. I'm excited about that. You're actually going to hear from some more of our mentors and current mentors and former mentors in a video that we're just about to show. But one of the things that I hope that you're picking up as we talk about these different programs is the collaboration, even on campus, among these programs and these professionals. And that's really what we want to set you up to be able to do on campus as well, is to develop relationships that are going to be energizing for you, that are going to be supportive. We want to help facilitate that, but we also want to model that. And so everybody that you're going to hear from today or that you've already heard from today, we work very closely together and our programs align very closely. So we're sharing staff from time to time. We're certainly referring folks across back and forth. So we want to roll a video for you that's going to show you kind of from a student perspective what our supplemental instruction and our tutoring programs are about. But again, these work together in concert. So there's really no competition across any of these services. We just want to make sure that you have what you need in order to be successful here at CSUSB. So let's go ahead and watch this. I'm going to share computer sound. Okay, hold on just a second. Let me try that again. We'll see if we can make the sound happen. Let me unplug that. Okay. Let's try that again. Let me stop sharing this, and we'll try this a different way. Let me share the screen instead of the app. How about that? Can we hear now? Nope, still nothing? Wow, okay. Let's try it one more way. I have never had this trouble with this, so let's try it in a different browser. Okay, hold on a moment. See, Barbara, you're not alone. Okay. Let's try it here. We'll share the screen here.
Hi everyone, my name is Gilma Lena Ramirez Reyes. I'm currently a communication studies major.
Hi, my name is Andres Sandoval. I'm a second-year psychology major and also a first-generation college student.
Hello, my name is Norma Esteban. My major is criminal justice with a minor in pre-law, and this is my 4th year here at CSUSB.
Hi, my name is Aiden Rivera. I'm a bio major. I've been here for approximately 5 years, so I'm graduating senior, so this is my last quarter.
Hi, my name is Brittany Reitnauer. I'm in my 2nd year here at Cal State San Bernardino. I transferred from RCC.
Back in high school, I wasn't really involved, and that's something I regretted.
When I finished high school, I lacked study skills. I still got good grades, but I didn't really know how to study properly.
High school, I was kind of like not doing my work, but I ended up still getting good grades. Coming into college, I was like, I thought that was gonna work as well, but it didn't.
Tracing back to my 1st year here in college, my 1st quarter, I definitely found myself failing in math.
When I came to CSUSB, I had no confidence at all.
I struggled when I got to college and I didn't know where to go for help.
I didn't know where to go or how to go and how to start doing that, even though I really, really wanted to get involved.
I was doing all the work and I had a great professor, and I just found myself always interacting with my peers to kind of, get some help, but just something wasn't clicking. When I first heard tutoring, I was kind of nervous to go in just because I didn't know how it worked. Like, did I have to pay? Did I have to, do something, sign up, make an appointment? So I didn't know how it worked. So one day I just took the courage and walked in to get that help I needed.
When I attended a tutoring session that's located in University Hall, I really got the help I needed.
So if a class seems scary or overwhelming, or maybe it's not your strongest subject, I would definitely recommend you to go to tutoring. They're really nice. They're students just like us. I know it seems like it's unnecessary, or I don't need it right now, or let me see, or let me wait till I start failing. Like, no, don't wait till that moment. I wish after having that first experience in tutoring, I wish I would have gone from the beginning to the end.
So I encourage you guys to visit the tutoring and also SI.
I was going to take a math course my 1st quarter. I was scared that, it was going to be really hard. So I ended up taking the SI session for that specific class, and I really enjoyed it.
I was struggling for the first couple of years, but I ran into supplemental instruction.
It's different from tutoring in that it's like a study session where you go and work with your classmates and your SI leader. It helps you to kind of connect with your classmates in a way that you're learning and also kind of teaching each other at the same time.
Supplemental instruction is like you have your class and then you go and it's kind of like a review for your class.
I was in classes where they offered SI and I never went because I was too shy.
It's really hard for students to acclimate themselves from high school to college because it's a different transition.
And I wish someone had kind of explained to me, like, this is what to expect. You know, you're gonna work with your classmates, but that's okay. Everyone's kind of shy. After I became an SI leader, realizing that all of those preconceived notions that I had about SI sessions were wrong, I kind of regretted not being able to take advantage of SI in my previous classes. I think that I would have improved as a student skill-wise, and also I would have made a lot more friends at school at the same time.
I ended up getting an A in that class, which I was grateful for, and obviously for like my efforts and also for the assistance that the SI leader had.
So I went from like going from C's to like going from like A's to B's, and that definitely really helped me a lot.
Something that I would recommend, all first year students is to take initiative and advantage of every single resource that our campus has to offer. Don't be afraid to ask.
It's free, you've already paid for it, so just take advantage of it.
People are here at CSUSB really want to help you out.
Don't wait till you start failing, or don't wait till you're struggling. Just do it now.
So that's my experience, and I hope you guys can take advantage of all the experiences. Bye.
There we have that. So you heard the mentor say that it's free, that you've already paid for it. I know that sounds like an important distinction, and it probably is. Nothing is actually free in college. So you're paying for a lot of these services with your tuition and fees. Take advantage of, get your money's worth. That is my, off the top, I want my best counsel to you is you're already paying for all of these things. Don't let that go to waste. Go and find all of the different systems, communities, support systems that are available to you, and take advantage of them. They are here for you. So just a few notes about supplemental instruction, because I know you heard from some of the SI leaders there and people talking about their SI experience, but I also know that there wasn't a really clear explanation of how to access that programming. So I do want to share this with you here really quickly so that we can talk about that. Let me, from current slide. Okay, I don't know what just happened there. Let me get rid of that. Let me share this with you. Okay, so if we were to take a look here at supplemental instruction, a couple of things that you should know about SI. It's a small group study session for traditionally difficult courses on campus. What you should know about this is that for SI, we really only support courses that have a 20% or higher fail rate on campus. So if SI is offered for a class that you're taking, you should definitely go to SI, because it means that 1 in 5 students traditionally have not done well or have not passed that course. That doesn't mean that you will be in that statistic, but it does just mean that this is a particularly challenging course, and that's not a you issue, it's a course level issue. So SI is non-remedial. We aren't targeting students in particular, we're targeting courses in particular that we know are particularly challenging. So small group study sessions for traditionally difficult SI aligns with those courses. They're led by fellow students who previously made an A in the class. So they're students that are just like you, who've already taken that class. They know kind of what's going to be on the exams, what and how to study. They have sessions that are about 50 minutes to an hour each week that happen twice each week via Zoom right now, since we're virtual. When we're back on campus, those are in-person sessions twice a week, but there's also a Blackboard where you can go and find other resources throughout the week in an asynchronous sort of format. It is free and open to all students who are enrolled in the content level course. So some things that you should note there. What does it look like? Well, most of your lectures are going to kind of look like this, with what we're doing right now, talking head sort of delivery. Somebody's trying to get the most information to the most people in the shortest amount of time. You're supposed to study, come back, pass that exam. What happens if you missed a day or if you need some help, you didn't understand all of the concepts? Well, you might go visit that instructor during office hours or go see someone in our tutoring center. Highly encourage you to do this because it's one-on-one and it's dialogic. So you can ask your questions and get those answers that you need to come back and to study most effectively and then pass that college level exam. But what if you don't know what your question is? What if you don't know what you don't know? Sometimes it's really nerve-wracking to go see that instructor during office hours to schedule that appointment or to log in and to email when I'm not even really sure what to ask. And so SI is kind of a different animal. It's an other. The SI leader is not going to deliver the content. They're not going to re-lecture. They're going to facilitate a session where you can ask questions and explore those answers. But really SI looks more like this, where students are working with other students to process notes, to create study guides, to talk about what they are learning in class and what that might look like when it comes to evaluation. And the SI leader is there to facilitate that process. So hopefully you leave SI and now I know better what to study, or I know better what my question is so that I can go to office hours, I can go to tutoring, and I can ask those questions. So why should you participate in SI? A few really quick statistics. This is actually for our Bio 200 class. Now it will be Bio 2010. It's our highest fail rate class on campus. So non-SI participants, you can see 45%. This is from the fall 2019 of those students failed the course. Only 5% made an A. But when you look at SI participants, you see that 10%, twice as many made an A in that class. And almost the DFWI, the fail rate was cut in almost half. And then if you look also at, I don't know if it popped up there, this is doing weird things. There's also a frequency issue here that you want to make sure that you're considering. So you can see that students who participated in SI only went 1 to 4 times, 36% of those students failed. People who came 10 or more times and participated regularly in SI, none of those students in this high fail rate class actually failed that course. So that's something to keep in mind. Here's another kind of look at those statistics. So the average non-SI participant, 25% across all of our supported courses fail. Students who came regularly throughout the term, 10% of those students still failed the course, and 71% of those students made an A or a B in that class. So I can't tell you that SI is a guarantee that you'll do well in the class, but it does provide you with the support that you need. So how can you engage? What do you need to do if you want to find an SI session? So you're going to find an SI Blackboard on your CSUSB Blackboard course list. When you enroll, you're going to see all of your courses on Blackboard. And it's going to kind of look like this. So this is just a list that I pulled up from courses that I am an instructor for, or that, you know, so it's kind of a hodgepodge. Yours will look a little bit different. And you can also kind of sort this where you have graphics and things, but this is just the list view. This is from the summer. So you'll see SI for ESM 101, Early Start Math 101. It will say SI. So you'll have your ESM 101 course here in your course listing, but when it says SI, that's the SI support session or section for that corresponding academic course that you're taking. So you'll just go there and click, and when you do, and you click on that, it'll take you to the SI session for that class. And you'll be able to see links there to discussions, to other resources that the SI leader deposits there. You can check out those resources. You can also select the Zoom, SI Zoom link at the scheduled day and time to be able to join the live session. And that's going to look like this. So you just come up over here, it'll say SI session A from 9:15 a.m. to 10:05 a.m. You click on that at 9:15 and boom, you're in the session, and that's it. That's all you really have to do. So it's really easy to be able to access SI, find what you need to find. You can use Blackboard, or you can visit the SI website to contact the SI leader for your course or your section. If you go to the SI website, which I'm going to throw in the chat here in just a second, you'll see a listing here that says, does my course have SI? You just click on your discipline. I'm going to click on biology. It's going to drop down here, and you'll see all of the SI sessions that are available for any course that's supported by SI. You can click on the SI leader's name, their email, and email them. You'll see the days and the times of their Zoom sessions as well. And when you click on their name, it'll take you to a page where you can get to know that SI leader, know who it is that you're looking for in your SI session. So that's a little bit about supplemental instruction. I'm going to turn it over to David Reyes, who's the coordinator of the Tutoring Center here at CSUSB, and he can talk to you about how to access tutoring services.
Well, thank you, James. Hello, everyone. Again, this is David from Tutoring. And I guess it's my turn to share a screen. I'd feel left out if I didn't do that. So let me do that. All right, so just a warning ahead of time, I do get a bit corny, so hopefully not too much into dad joke area, but we'll see. But welcome to tutoring. You know, my good old friend Shawn Mendes, welcome you to tutoring as well. There's like, again, there's the corniness, start of it right there. There's nothing holding you back, right? All right, so with tutoring, since we've all switched to online, it's going to be a little different. So if you go to our tutoring page, and the easiest way is to use your browser and search term CSUSB tutoring. We should be the first one that pops up, and you'll see our page here. And right now, this is our current way that we are accessing, that you can access online tutoring, but we are switching to a new system in the fall. And all those details will be on our main page when you access our tutoring site. And the nice thing is once Nathan from the Writing Center, my colleague, talks about his services, if he talks about the appointment process there, we're gonna be doing a similar way. So whether you use our tutoring center for non-writing courses like math, sciences, business, the way you book appointments with us will be the same as how you book them with the Writing Center. So there's nice consistency between our programs there. Right, so again, tutoring is a good foundation for academic success. If you know Patrick Starr, makeup person, so foundation, ha ha ha. All right, so, and then if they can deal with their drama, you can too. So if you watch Riverdale, of course, and Jane the Virgin, which is a done, but you know, dramatic. So this is what we don't want you to do, is when you decide to study the night before and then accepts eternal death. So if you're a BTS fan, you'll recognize Suga. But so, you know, we want you to plan out in advance. And like in the video, one of the students said that, you know, come to tutoring as early as you can, which is the best advice. And James had also shown the statistics of coming consistently. The more you come to tutoring, the more you're going to get out of it and potentially do better in your courses. So again, with tutoring, let us take the stuff you don't get and ask a tutor. Or as Patrick might say, and ask a tutor. That's a really bad impersonation. All right, so these are some of the lovely tutors that we have in the tutoring center, and all these faces will be back in the fall. They're all accustomed to doing the online tutoring, and so they're gonna help you walk through the process. If you're not familiar with you know, how to get through and engage online, they'll help you with that, and then get into the tutoring sessions. In addition to the tutoring, they're going to give you their advice like the mentors kind of do, where they'll share their experiences, their study skills tips with you, how to pass the class based on their experiences with that professor if you happen to have the same professor they had. So they're going to be a wealth of knowledge along with the mentors and the SI leaders and the writing senators. Everybody can contribute to providing a little bit of the pieces of the puzzle to you to give you an overall picture of how to be a better or successful student, not a better student, because you will be a great student when you start. So this is how we want you to feel when you come to tutoring and you pass your exam, right? You're just gonna feel empowered on Almighty. So some advice real quick for you as you go into tutoring or any of the services, use them on a consistent basis because that'll help you overall. Have your questions prepared. It helps the tutors if you come in and know what you want to ask, but it's okay if you don't. Sometimes you don't know what you want to ask, and the tutors will kind of walk through that process and help you figure things out. Have your materials such as textbooks and notes ready to go, and so that you're not fumbling around looking for things and taking up all the time during your appointment, because the time might be limited and you don't want to waste all that time being unprepared and then only have like 10 minutes left in your appointment to actually get into the tutoring component. And then in a lot of cases, you'll be asked to give an option to upload materials for the tutors to look at or for you to share with them. So if you are able to upload like a PDF of your questions, your worksheet, books, or anything that you can provide, please upload those items to the tutor so that they can take a look at those and then work on them with you. Another just quick tip, James Corden, he's a funny man, have fun with learning, right? It doesn't have to be a terrible process. You know, you get out of it what you put into it. So if you enjoy the process, hopefully, you know, it'll be something that you look forward to doing. Again, really hokey, online tutoring shouldn't be a horror story. So if you like American Horror Story, there's a bunch of people there. But what I do want to talk about is that, as we said, these services are free or at least no charge to you when you use them. And then the nice thing about us switching to online tutoring right now is that we provide nighttime and weekend appointments, which we didn't used to do. So when you take a look at the schedules that the tutors will have, and we'll be posting those on our website prior to the fall starting, you'll see some hours that might be late at night, some hours that are going to be on weekends. So that's a nice option for you guys as students to fit into your current schedules. And then we do have tutoring for subjects such as biology, chemistry, econ, mathematics, physics. And then we'll be offering, hopefully we're in the process of providing accounting and finance, and then maybe statistics. So just look out for our schedule right prior to fall starting, right? So if you follow us on Instagram, we try to have fun with our page as well as give you informative information, but these are examples of some of the memes that we put up there. And there's some of the staff down there wishing you happy holidays during Christmas. So, you know, it's a fun page for you to follow, get some knowledge about tutoring, study skills, and just overall campus information. And we're at CSUSB Tutoring on Instagram, right? Thank you, everyone. And then we will save questions for the end, as all my colleagues have said as well. But other than that, I welcome you to use tutoring, and it's a process for all of us. It's gonna be a journey for all of us as well, but hopefully we can guide you through it and be a smooth experience. And I think Nathan is next.
Go ahead, Stefan. I think Stefan was gonna go next.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm Stefan Wentworth. I do the math coaching. I'm also a tech and a math instructor here on campus. I looked at my class roster for this fall. I noticed they've increased class size again. I have like 45 students. And I know that I'd like to work with each of my own students, and during the class time, that's always been difficult. And online, and now with 45 students, that's going to be pretty much impossible. So if you want to have a chance to work with an instructor one-on-one, you can make an appointment with me, and I can meet with you, and we can go over whatever material that you want to there. And plus I know what material is important because I teach the classes also. You can get some information on my math coaching. You just do a Google search for math coaching CSUSB, and one of those on the list should be my math coaching page. I have kind of a setup here too, so that I can work and write and do things, work out the problems so that we can work together and help you work out what the main ideas are and how to approach and better understand what's going on in your math class. You can try to go to the office hours of your instructors. That would be good, but I guess keep in mind they'll probably be teaching multiple classes, and it might be a little hard to get in there. Plus office hour might be during one of your other classes. So it's simple to make an appointment. You just contact me either by phone or probably by email is the best. And we can set up a time and meet one-on-one. And really that's about all I have for the math coaching. This would be something you could do in addition to tutoring and SI. If you just wanted a chance to talk to an instructor, you have that chance, and I'm available pretty much from 8 to 5 o'clock each day. And I could make other hours available if needed. And then I'll be here available for questions later also. That's about it. I do have a schedule that I usually post. I don't know if you can see that or not, but if you go to that web page, that would have all the information available. So if you just do that search for math coaching, CSUSB, you should be able to get all that information. So I look forward to working with some of you.
Awesome. Thanks, Stefan. Well, I know we want to make sure we leave time for you guys to ask questions, so I'll keep the Writing Center stuff super brief. Writing Center tutors work with you on your writing. It's pretty intuitive. All of our tutors are just like in mentoring or tutoring or in supplemental instruction, they're all students. Many of our students are graduate students, so they already have got their bachelor's, they're coming back for a master's degree. And we also will meet with you via Zoom. Really lightning fast, I will show you how to find our service. So if you just Google CSUSB Writing Center, and will be the first thing that comes up, click that, and that'll get you to our main page. There's a little button right here on the side that says appointments. If you click that, that gets you to our schedule. It'll be the same for us and for tutoring. First thing you got to do is just set up a little account. It works just like every other online profile that you've set up, whether it's your Grindr account or your Twitter account. You just put in your basic stuff, and then you sign in. Doesn't have to be your CSUSB email address. It should be something that you check, because we do send you reminder emails and all that good stuff. As you notice, mine isn't my CSUSB email because I signed up when I was a student a really long time ago, and I never bothered to change it. So I'll hit login. And this is what our schedule looks like. So the white boxes are spaces that are available for you to make an appointment. You just have to click it. It opens up, asks you some simple questions. Your name should pop up automatically. And then you fill out these questions. Who's your professor? What do you want to work on? What are your goals? If you have a prompt, a assignment sheet, or other information, like David said for tutoring, the more information you can provide us, the more information you can provide to your tutor to contextualize what it is you want to work on, the easier it'll be to work with you. So you can upload those things there. You hit create your appointment turns gold, and maybe you didn't see that little window pop up, but now your appointment's turned gold. And that's how you make an appointment. It'll send you an email, tell you that you did it. And just like everybody else, our tutors are all students. They're all awesome. They're super friendly. They're great at giving you advice. Many of them have taken these writing courses that you are going to be in before. They know the professors. They have ideas about, how to get started on an assignment anywhere in your process. If you get the assignment sheet and you're like, I don't even know how to start this. I don't even know what it's asking me to do. Or if you have it mostly done, but you're like, I'm supposed to get to 5 pages. I'm on 3 pages. I don't know what else to add. Or if you're 100% done, you're just like, I just want to make sure this thing makes sense. I don't, I've never had an assignment like this before. Or, I normally make my brother read it, and, he's already, he's at home, and I need somebody, whatever it is. Tutors are super friendly, and they'll read through your work with you, talk to you, give you advice, listen to you, ask you a ton of questions, and hopefully just make you feel more confident about what it is you need to do next to make your writing really shine and be successful. So whether you're an undergrad, first year, second year, all the way through graduate student, when you guys are all done and you're ready to go turn in your scholarship letters, we'll work with you on any kind of writing. So whether that's a scholarship letter, a scholarship thank you letter, applications, personal statements, resumes, if it's writing, I tell people all the time, even if you want to send a text message to grandma asking her to send you money so that you can buy books, I'll help you write that text message, whatever it is. We've seen some weird stuff. I mean, GoFundMe pages, all kinds of fun stuff. Well, if it's writing, we'll work with you. And we're looking forward to meet you all.
Thank you so much, Nathan. That was really helpful. And I think, crafting a text to ask for money is probably going to be a very popular service. I think that should be,
you can't get that anywhere else on campus.
You really can't. You really can't. So students, please take note. Joking, but not at the same time. So what we want to do now is open up time for questions for any of us that have kind of spoken to you about the programs that we're overseeing. And before we get into questions, I really just want to show a quick slide to show and talk about the upcoming sessions for First Year Friday. So this would be a great time for you to take note of this, take a screenshot of it. So let me show you our upcoming sessions, just to make note of it. July 31st, they're going to be talking about the 4-year pledge. So if you have any questions about that program, we'll have a session on July 31st. And then also August 7th, there'll be a mental health resources on campus presentation. And then following that, our last session will be August 14th, asking the question, are you ready for fall? So this can kind of be that last Q&A session where if you have any questions and you still are needing some clarity with some things, you can attend that session also. So these are our next upcoming sessions. And then also the last thing, you all will receive a recording of this presentation on Monday, in addition to a small survey to give feedback. So if there were some things you really wanted to know and you missed it during the presentation, you'll receive an email on Monday with the presentation itself and a survey for feedback. So with that, I will stop sharing and see if there's any questions out there. And feel free, you can put it in the chat, you could raise your hand, you could use the raise your hand feature if you click participants, and then there's a raise your hand option. So by all means, any questions?
I have a question. Do they have an "Are you ready for fall" for faculty and staff? Because I'd like to go to that session. I need a little support group, I think.
Yeah, I think, and that needs to be offered probably every day until fall.
Yeah.
Good question. No answer. Any questions?
So I have a question that's popped up in the chat that's privately to me, but I think it applies probably to multiple people. It was said during the presentation that we should see our enrolled courses on Blackboard, also SI, but I don't see my courses yet. Is that because classes haven't started yet? And the short answer is yes. So those Blackboard shells will roll out closer to the start of the term, and you will receive a notification that that's rolled out. And SI sessions will pop up around the same time, but watch for them because some of those may roll out at a slightly different time than your course as well, because they're different departments. So we work with ATI, they create those shells for us and they all roll out at once, but the different academic departments and faculty will make their Blackboard available and launch those in their time frame as well. But yeah, don't worry that you don't see anything yet. You're exactly where you should be.
Thank you for sharing that question, James. Yeah, very good question about Blackboard. You'll start to see a lot of, you'll see a lot more emails coming out next month as faculty are transitioning back to campus, because a lot of times not back to campus, nobody's going back to campus. The world am I living in? Faculty, as they transition back to teaching, you're going to start seeing more and more emails from them and from the campus in the coming weeks, especially in the month of August, as we're going to start the term pretty soon. So, good insight.
And faculty can email everyone through the Blackboard shell for that class. And so that's probably what you'll see first, is an announcement or some sort of notification that goes out from the instructor once the Blackboard is live. So you'll just watch for that in your CSUSB email, and that will go out. You'll also receive an announcement like that once the SI Blackboard goes live from the SI leader. They'll just send something out through Blackboard that will go to everybody who is enrolled in that Blackboard shell.
Well, I just wanted to follow up with what Evelyn and James have been saying to all the students out there that are tuning in today. Thank you for being here as well. But just be mindful to check your student emails on a regular basis, because unfortunately that is the way we're going to have to communicate with you and share information with you, on, especially a lot of crucial information as we're about to start the fall. So be mindful to keep checking back and check your emails occasionally, just so that you're not missing something, especially if that's something that has a deadline attached to it. If you have financial aid deadlines or anything like that, you want to make sure that the university's first recourse is going to be sending you an email through your student account. So make sure you check that again on a regular basis.
That is a very, very good piece of advice and wisdom. I mean, now more than ever, especially since we're 100% virtual, that is going to be very important. Another thing you can do to supplement, pardon the pun, I'm sorry, James, I had to. Another thing you can do to supplement your emails, if you are already on social media, whether it is Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, I don't know if we've tapped into TikTok just yet, I wouldn't doubt it. Follow some of the pages from CSUSB, because that's where we post a lot of just quick pictures, just to say, hey, check your email, or we're giving an announcement that way too, so that it'll alert you to go check your email a little bit more intently. So you'll get a ton of information there too, if it's something that you just kind of want to stay on top of, and without having to go to your email every single minute. You're already on Instagram every single minute, so you might as well make use of it. Follow some of the pages at CSUSB, and they'll definitely be helpful too. But please check your email every day. Just make it a point at least once a day to check it. Any questions, you can also type them in the chat. Feel free to type them in the chat too.
There are some departments that send out more emails than others. So if you find yourself getting, say, 10 emails a day from the Career Center, and it's getting in the way of your being able to find other emails that are important, like from your instructor, I also highly encourage you to investigate how filters work in Google, okay? And, you know, set up a filter that says, hey, this department sends me an email 3, 4, 5 times a day and it's never important, right? So, okay, set up a filter so it labels them. You know, set up a filter so it moves them into a different folder or something so that it can help you stay organized. There's lots of great tools to help you stay organized in your emails. If you have questions about that, you can hit me up. It can be overwhelming to try to stay on top of that. You know, to get that zero inbox, pretty soon you're going to look and you'll have 5,000 emails in your student email account. And you'll be like, how am I ever supposed to, you know, yeah, it's hard. So figure out some proactive tools for managing that because it is an important information source.
And I just want to shout out real quick to some of these students out here because they've already started following, at least Tutoring. Hopefully they've started following some of the other sites as well, but good job, guys.
Yeah. If we can see, if you can use the reactions feature on Zoom, how many of you are ready for fall? You're ready to start the fall. Just use like the thumbs up, the clan, what do you say? Hands clapping. That is a tongue twister. Show us that you're ready for the fall. Okay. Very cool. Very, very cool. Very cool. Well, we're ready for you. I mean, we can't stress it enough that we miss being on campus. Ideally, we would have been out there. You would have seen us during orientation and those kinds of things. So we are definitely ready to have you all come onto campus, and we are excited to be resources to you. I see a question in the chat. So sorry if this has gone over already, but how do you request a mentor? So how do you request a mentor, Barbara?
Got it. Just put it in the chat there. And if I can just kind of, I know right now you guys are a little bit shy. You guys don't really have a lot of questions. Know that we're available. All of us here, we love what we do. You know, I have great colleagues. I would work with all of them every day, you know, all day long if we could, just because there's so much that we want to offer you guys. So just reach out to us. And, you know, something that like David would say, if we were doing this presentation, you guys are probably already better than everybody else because you guys are here already getting a little hint of what we have to offer. So your friends are going to ask you, what about supplemental instruction? What do you know about tutoring? And you guys will already know that stuff. So spread the word. That's how we get known on campus, word of mouth. We're very approachable. Just if a question comes up later, send us an email, find us on our social media. You know, we're always available to answer questions for you guys. And thank you guys for being here and giving us the opportunity to speak to you guys. Have a great Friday.
I want to echo something that Barbara said really quickly because I think it's important. First of all, I mean, I could probably take a poll of our presenters here today, but I know I was a first-gen college student. 81% of our student population here are first-generation college students, and I know that can be incredibly intimidating. And I remember when I was a freshman, there were so many questions I wanted to ask, but I was so afraid that they would be stupid questions. There's no way I'm going to out myself as not knowing what the answer to this is. And it can be really, really frustrating. But I want to tell you something that's really important that I wish somebody had told me. These services that you're hearing about today, these are the things that highly effective students engage in. These are not remedial. These are not the places that people go when they're broken or lost or confused. These are the places that people go, the activities that people engage in, the services that people utilize when they are determined to be successful. This is what successful students do, is they participate in small group learning, they visit a tutor, they join organizations on campus with other students who are struggling together to find those right pathways and supporting one another and encouraging one another. Those relationships are vitally important, and this is where you develop those relationships, whether it's mentoring or PACs, whether it's working with faculty, working in the Writing Center with tutoring, with supplemental instruction. You heard some of our SI leaders talking about how this is how, when they participated in supplemental instruction, that they developed friendships on campus, because especially in a virtual environment, it's really hard to get to know other people And when you were in high school, you kind of knew all the same people for years and years and years. In college, it's a brand new game. So this is what successful students do. This isn't a remedial sort of talk that we're giving today. If you're in trouble, if you need help, come see us. Of course that's true. Of course that's the case. But if you want to nail this, if you want to knock it out of the park, this is what you do. This is what students who succeed do. So I just want to encourage you. You're in the right place. I celebrate what Barbara said, that we're glad that you are here because this is where you need to be. You've already taken that first big, great step toward your success. So
couldn't have closed it better myself. That was such good advice. And hopefully you all get to a place where you're comfortable, confident, and making sure that you're, taking this degree by the horns. Question. Thank you all for, oh, that's so nice. I wish I had a like button for your comment. Thank you. You're very welcome. This is what we do. All of us love the work that we do. We would not be here if we didn't. And I can comfortably speak on behalf of all of my colleagues on the call. We're very dedicated, and we thank you because you keep us going and keep us motivated. So thank you. Last thing before we close this, I want to make sure that there's another slide. The Office of Orientation and First Year Experience, they're the ones that put this program together, this session together. So if you want to follow them on social media, or if you have any questions about the upcoming sessions, this is their info. So hopefully you all have a wonderful day, rest of your day, wonderful weekend, wonderful rest of your summer, and we'll see you soon in a few weeks. Bye, everybody.